Hi, this is Tom, and in this episode I'm going to show you how to use your TI-84 or 83 on how to find the area underneath the standard normal curve. And remember, when we do this, remember there's a few things that the standard normal curve the standard normal curve has a mean of 0 and I'm going to abbreviate here for S dot D dot and a standard deviation of 1. In later episodes, we'll find out what to do with our calculators if we have a mean that's not 0 and a standard deviation other than 1. In the first problem, what we're going to do is use our calculators to find the probability that z is between negative 1.31 and 0.8. So here's what we do. On the left-hand side of the screen here, I have a TI-84. There's various models of this calculator, but the directions that follow also work for the TI-84s and the TI-83s. So here we go. What we're going to do is we're going to choose second, and then down here we have the distribution. So second distribution, I had to click over to the other window, so let me try that again. Second distribution, we want normal CDF. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to press the down arrow key once. So I have the normal CDF. Then I'm going to come down here, press enter. Now, the syntax is as follows. And remember, the syntax is the way the computer reads the information, and it has to be in exactly this order. Your syntax is your lower bound. In this case, our lower bound is the negative 1.31. So let's type that. So we're going to use the negative key down here, not the minus, but the negative 1.31, comma. Then after that we put in our upper bound. In this case, our upper bound is 0.8. And I'm just going to type that simply as 0.8, comma. Then you type in the mean. In this case, our mean is 0, comma, followed by the standard deviation, which is 1. Close all that with a parenthesis and press enter. We have an answer of 0.6930. And for the sake of consistency with our text, we're going to stop that at 4 decimal places. So I would write that the probability is equal to 0.6930. Now let's take a moment before we go on, and I want to write down our syntax because that's really the key to getting these answers right. Our syntax is normal CDF, not PDF. CDF, the key is the C right here, stands for cumulative, because you're adding up pieces underneath the curve. Okay, so normal CDF, parenthesis, we're going to have your lower bound. I'll just call it lower, I'll write it out, lower bound, and I'm going to abbreviate it, bound, comma, and the comma matters, upper bound, the mean, comma, the standard deviation, and then you need to close that with a parenthesis. All of this matters. Without it, the calculator may not give you the correct answer. Now, let's try another problem. This time what we're going to try is, there's really 3 cases that we need to worry about. So here we go. Problem number 2 is, let's find what's the probability that z is, how about z is greater than negative 0.1 but less than positive infinity. That's what that symbol stands for positive infinity. Now this one's a little unique. So I'm going to type it, and then I'll write it, and then we're going to type it. You're going to type it in as normal CDF. Your left bound in this case is going to be negative 0.1. Your right bound is going to be infinity. I'm going to show you that in a moment. Again, our mean is 0 because we're talking about the standard normal curve, and our standard deviation is 1. Now here's the catch. If you look closely over on the left, you'll see that we don't have a symbol for infinity. So to tell our calculator that we want to use infinity, we're going to give it the code of E99. Now the irony of E99 is that to get E99, you need to use the button right here, this little blue EE, to simply get a single E. So let's try that. So let's watch here on the left-hand side of the screen as we enter this information. So again, I'm going to choose second, distribution, and I want the second option, normal CDF. So I'm going to scroll down 1 and press enter. My left bound is negative, and I use the negative key, 0.1, followed by a comma. To get to E99, I type second, EE, but notice it only just gives me a single E, type 9, comma, the mean is 0, comma, standard deviation is 1. I close that with a right parenthesis and press enter. And so I would say that my answer is 0.5398. And that seems about right because we know that negative 0.1 would be slightly over half. And let's check this again. Let's find what's the probability. Oh, let's do another one. How about number 3? On number 3, we'll find what's the probability that z is between negative infinity, and the mean, simply just 0. Okay, again, it's going to be normal CDF. Our left band now is, we're going to use the negative key. We're going to get an E99, a negative E99, because now we're using negative infinity, comma, our right bound is 0, the mean. Our mean is still 0, and our standard deviation is 1. So let's come over, watch on the left-hand screen as we put that information into the calculator. Notice also that if I find my calculator is getting a bit cluttered, I can simply clear it by just pressing clear. So I go second, distribution, choose normal CDF, press enter. My left bound is negative infinity, and I encode that to the computer as second, EE, 99. Now notice I made a mistake because that's supposed to be negative. So let's arrow over to the E, and I want to get a negative sign in there. So I'm going to go second, insert. See the little INS up there? It stands for insert. Let's come down to the bottom and type in a negative sign. There we go. Let's move our cursor back over to where we need it and continue, comma. Right bound is 0. Our mean is 0. Our standard deviation is 1. If everything works right, this should be a half. And there it is. So 0, come over here, we have 0.5. 0, 0, 0. Thank you for joining me, and in the next episode, we'll find out what to do when you have a mean that's not 0 and a standard deviation other than 1. Thanks.